the very soul of our civilizational life. At the heart of this glorious heritage stands Mahaprabhu Shri Jagannath, whose message of equality, inclusiveness, compassion, and universal brotherhood continues to inspire millions. The Jagannath culture beautifully reflects the timeless Indian ideal that divinity belongs to everyone without distinction or discrimination. It is therefore most appropriate that this university bears the sacred name of Shri Jagannath. Every student who studies here is not merely pursuing a degree, he or she is carrying forward a living tradition that has enriched India and inspired the world for centuries. My dear students, Sanskrit is often described as an ancient language. I would rather describe it as an eternal language, one that has inspired generations in the past and continues to illuminate pathways for the future. Its relevance has not diminished with time, rather it has grown in new and unexpected ways. Today, humanity stands at the threshold of a technological revolution driven by artificial intelligence, machine learning, and advanced computing. Interestingly, scholars across the world increasingly recognize the scientific precision, logical structure, and grammatical excellence of Sanskrit. Its systematic framework has immense potential in computational linguistics and natural language processing. This presents a remarkable opportunity for our young scholars. I urge you not to see Sanskrit merely as a subject of academic pursuit, but as a powerful intellectual framework capable of contributing to future technologies. Let your intelligence of Sanskrit inspire innovations in artificial intelligence, language, technologies, and digital knowledge systems. The next great breakthrough may well emerge from the harmonious union of India's ancient wisdom and modern science. I think you can relate ancient wisdom to the modern science. In this, I would like to give 2-3 examples. The first example I want to give you, the aeroplane. The aeroplane is mentioned in Ramayana, which is having an age of about 5,000 years or more than 5,000 years. But practically, when the aeroplane was invented in real world today, it is about 200 years back. But we have that imagination of aeroplane in the form of Pushpaka Viman of Ravana. Therefore, India, ancient people, our ancestors know how they can imagine that there will be an aeroplane which can be possible in the world. But we don't know the science of it. But we are not able to relate it, how they have made that aeroplane and how they have used it. Similarly, we talk about, I think recently you have seen Operation Sindoor and West Asia War. In West Asia War or Sindoor, there were missiles which were being carried by drones or some other things which can hit the enemy exactly in precision and kill him. That is how that Khomeini was killed in Iran by US and Israeli forces. But we read in our epics about the Brahmastra, Pasupatastra, Vishnu Chakra. All these are nothing but the today's missiles. We used to read that whenever the Pasupatastra is used, it will identify the enemy and kill the enemy. What is the difference between today's missile and Pasupatastra or Brahmastra, Vishnu Chakra? But we don't know the science to relate it. But the technology is there in our ancient times. But that is reinvented now in the modern world. Similarly, we used to read that the Munis, Rishis, they sit in Himalayas and do meditation. While doing meditation, they are able to see whatever that is happening anywhere in the world or anywhere in the country. Then, about 30-40 years ago, we think that how it is possible. But today's satellite television will enable us to see anything that is happening anywhere in the world. The telepathy technology is there with our Rishis and Munis, but we don't know how to build it. Similarly, we are all reading about Pravarakya, Muni Pravarakya. He applies some lehya, that is the paste of leaves of some plants, on the feet, and he can fly and go to any place. And when that lehya is being washed away, when he washed the feet, then he struck at that place. He could not fly. What is that lehya? How is it possible? I think these are the topics for research for the scholars. The scientific research, today's research, you can have many such ideas in our ancient Puranas or Vedas or Bhagavata, whatever it is. But all are in Sanskrit language. Therefore, Sanskrit language will play an important role in the coming scientific research by giving the ideas to go how we have to select the topics and do research. The true greatness of Sanskrit lies not only in its literary richness, but also in the timeless values it imparts. At a time when climate change poses one of the greatest challenges before humanity, our ancient scriptures offer an enduring philosophy of coexistence with nature. They teach us that the earth is not an inheritance to be exploited, but a sacred trust to be protected. The Vedas, the Upanishads, and our classical literature advocate restraint, gratitude, and harmony with the natural world. These are not merely spiritual ideals, they are practical principles for sustainable living. As future scholars and leaders, you have the opportunity to reinterpret these timeless teachings and transform them into meaningful solutions for environmental conservation. In doing so, you will demonstrate that ancient wisdom can effectively address contemporary global challenges. Equally significant is the challenge of mental well-being. Despite extraordinary technological advancement, many young people today face stress, anxiety, and emotional uncertainty. The disciplined study of Sanskrit, its literature, and its recitation cultivates concentration, intellectual clarity, and inner tranquility. It nurtures patience, reflection, and emotional resilience, qualities that are indispensable in today's fast-paced world. In an age dominated by constant digital distractions, Sanskrit offers something invaluable: the ability to pause, reflect, and reconnect with oneself. This inner strength is perhaps one of the greatest gifts our civilizational heritage offers to modern society. My dear young friends, the world today is not facing a crisis of knowledge alone. It is also facing a crisis of values. Our timeless classics such as Bhagavad Gita, the Panchatantra, and the Niti Shastras continue to guide humanity with enduring lessons on duty, integrity, compassion, and righteous leadership. These teachings transcend time and geography. They remain as relevant in boardrooms and classrooms as they are in governments and global institutions. The noble ideal of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the world is one family, has never been more relevant than it is today. In an era marked by conflicts, divisions, and uncertainty, this ancient Indian vision offers a pathway towards peace, mutual respect, and global cooperation. Let this timeless philosophy shape your conduct, your leadership, your contribution to society. My dear students, India is confidently moving towards the vision of Vikasit Bharat at 2047. This national aspiration calls for a generation that is innovative in thought, confident in action, and deeply rooted in values. The nation needs young minds who can seamlessly integrate tradition with technology, heritage with innovation, and knowledge with character. I encourage each one of you to explore new frontiers, become researchers of ancient manuscripts, innovators in digital archiving, experts in artificial intelligence, scholars of traditional sciences, cultural ambassadors, and global knowledge leaders. Thousands of invaluable Sanskrit manuscripts still await careful study, preservation, digitization, and translation. Within them lies an immense reservoir of knowledge that can enrich in the world. I also am fortunate who hails from a village, very small village in Prakasham district of Andhra Pradesh, where a Sanskrit school and the Oriental College was established about 60 years ago. I think some of your faculty members have the opportunity of visiting that Oriental College and visiting my village also. That is, the village name is Timmasamudra. One philanthropist gave a lot of money to propagate Sanskrit language. In his name, that Oriental College was established. Even now it is functioning. The future belongs to those who draw strength from their heritage and transform timeless wisdom into innovative solutions for the challenges of the modern world. Before I conclude, I once again congratulate Shri Jagannath Sanskrit Vishvavidyalaya on completing 46 years of dedicated service to Sanskrit education and research. May Lord Jagannath bless this esteemed institution with continued excellence and bless each one of you with knowledge, wisdom, courage and compassion. Thank you. Vande Utkala Janani. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you for your inspiring and visionary